Welcome to an in-depth look at the life and career of Donald J. Trump, a figure who dramatically transitioned from a real estate mogul to the 45th President of the United States. His journey spans decades, marked by ambitious real estate deals, intense media spotlight, and an unprecedented leap into the world of politics. This is his real story. Born in Queens, New York, Donald Trump's professional life began in the high-stakes world of New York City real estate, setting the stage for everything that followed. We will trace his evolution from a sharp businessman to a media personality, and finally, to the highest office in the nation, exploring the key phases of his public life. The foundation of Trump's career was laid in the booming real estate market, a path he inherited and dramatically expanded upon. After attending the New York Military Academy, Trump studied at the Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania, where he gained crucial business acumen. He transformed his father's company into the Trump Organization, achieving fame by developing massive, iconic properties in Manhattan, often bearing his name. Through strategic self-promotion and audacious projects, the Trump name became synonymous with luxury, wealth, and success throughout the 1980s and 90s. The new millennium brought Trump into mainstream popular culture, transitioning him from a business figure to a global celebrity. The reality TV show The Apprentice, launched in 2004, turned his catchphrase, "You're fired," into a cultural phenomenon and solidified his reputation as a decisive leader. This celebrity status built him a national, recognizable persona, which was far greater than just his business empire. He was now a household name. His transition to politics, while surprising to many, was the result of long gestating political interests that finally came to fruition. Trump had flirted with presidential runs for decades, often commenting on political affairs and hinting at a potential candidacy. His 2016 campaign was unconventional, characterized by populist themes, rallies, and a focus on issues like immigration and economic protectionism. Despite polls suggesting otherwise, Trump secured a stunning victory in the 2016 election, defeating Hillary Clinton and becoming the 45th president. His 4 years in the White House were marked by significant policy changes and a highly divisive political environment. Domestically, key actions included tax reforms, deregulation efforts, and conservative judicial appointments. In foreign policy, his administration focused on an America First approach, resulting in changes to major international agreements and trade relationships. From his real estate roots to his political presidency, Donald Trump's legacy is defined by disruption and a profound, lasting impact on American political culture and the Republican Party. Imagine two major Middle Eastern powers, once close allies, becoming bitter enemies. This is the dramatic story of Iran and Israel. We're diving deep into the geopolitical history of the Iran-Israel relationship, a relationship that underwent one of the most profound reversals of the modern era. From secret diplomatic and economic ties to outright military confrontation, how did this transition from a close alliance to deep hostility unfold? Understanding this dramatic shift is crucial for grasping the current volatility and power dynamics defining the modern Middle East. Our story begins in the, quote, golden era of cooperation, spanning from Israel's founding in 1948 until the Iranian Revolution in 1979. Iran, under the rule of Shah Mohammad Reza Pahlavi, was one of the first Muslim-majority nations to grant de facto recognition to the State of Israel in 1950. Both nations viewed the radical Arab nationalism of figures like Egypt's Gamal Abdel Nasser as a common threat, cementing a strategic, non-Arab alliance in the region. This cooperation included vital economic ties, with Iran supplying most of Israel's oil needs, alongside covert military and intelligence sharing programs. Everything changed in 1979 with the Iranian Islamic Revolution, marking the dramatic turning point from partnership to conflict. The new supreme leader, Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini, adopted a fiercely anti-Israel stance, viewing it as the Little Satan, a U.S. puppet in the region. This revolutionary ideology fundamentally shifted Iran's foreign policy, transforming a state alliance into an ideological war against the existence of Israel. Immediately, diplomatic and economic relations were severed. The Israeli embassy in Tehran was famously handed over to the Palestine Liberation Organization. The 1980s and 1990s saw the escalation of this ideological hostility into practical geopolitical conflict. Iran began overtly funding, arming, and training anti-Israel militant groups, notably Hezbollah in Lebanon and Hamas in the Palestinian territories. The rhetoric of "death to Israel" became a central pillar of the Islamic Republic's foreign policy and identity, solidifying the rivalry. In the 2000s, the rivalry matured into a complex modern conflict characterized by nuclear tension and proxy warfare. Iran's nuclear ambitions became Israel's primary strategic concern, leading to a shadow war aimed at disrupting Tehran's progress. The conflict played out most visibly in theaters like Syria and Lebanon, where Israeli strikes targeted Iranian assets and proxies. Beyond conventional means, the conflict expanded into cyber warfare, targeted assassinations of scientists, and intelligence operations on both sides. The Iran-Israel relationship today is a high-stakes geopolitical rivalry, with profound implications for regional stability. The future of this conflict remains uncertain, but its trajectory will likely determine the balance of power and stability across the entire Middle East. From close allies benefiting from shared interests to bitter enemies locked in a shadow war, the journey of Iran and Israel is a testament to the powerful forces of ideology and geopolitical change. Donald Trump's presidency marked a significant turning point in American politics. This video explores the profound changes brought about by his unique approach to leadership and campaigning. From disrupting traditional party structures to redefining political communication, Trump's influence is undeniable. Let's delve into how he changed the landscape of American politics. Trump's entry into politics was marked by his celebrity status and unconventional style. His aggressive rhetoric and direct engagement bypassed many traditional political gatekeepers. His era introduced major shifts, emphasizing populism, protectionism, and a confrontational relationship with political norms and the press. These changes continue to shape today's political discourse. One of the most immediate impacts was the profound reshaping of the Republican Party, aligning it more closely with his personal brand and policy priorities. Trump steered the Republican platform away from traditional conservatism toward an America First populism, focusing heavily on issues like immigration and trade skepticism. This shift dramatically increased the focus on the political base and resonated strongly with working-class voters who felt ignored by previous administrations. Trump's use of media marked a revolution in political communication, bypassing traditional channels to speak directly to the public. He effectively utilized social media platforms, notably Twitter, alongside large, frequent rallies to deliver his message unfiltered and maintain a constant dialogue with his supporters. This direct approach fundamentally altered the relationship between politicians and traditional media, often leading to conflict and the widespread discussion of quote, fake news. The presidency also challenged established norms regarding executive power and institutional constraints. His administration made frequent use of executive orders and often challenged the independence and authority of various federal institutions and norms. Furthermore, his appointment of 3 conservative justices significantly influenced the composition and future direction of the Supreme Court and the federal judiciary. Trump's foreign policy approach disrupted decades of American diplomatic and trade policies. Key decisions included withdrawing from major international agreements, such as the Trans-Pacific Partnership and the Paris Climate Accord, signaling a retreat from multilateralism. The focus shifted to economic nationalism, employing trade protectionism and imposing tariffs on various countries, most notably China, aiming to bring manufacturing back to the U.S. In conclusion, the Trump presidency introduced deep, lasting changes to American politics that are still unfolding today. The lasting impact is visible in political discourse, campaign strategies, and a sustained polarization that characterizes the current political environment. The Trump era established a new template for political engagement, rhetoric, and party alignment, forever altering the trajectory of American politics.